to Cedar Cliff from the 20. One receiver, and now Tyrell Hills, number 7 up front. He gets 3 yards, and if you have watched Cedar Cliff football over the years, this is what you are used to. 3 yards between the tackles.
Absolutely. Cedar Cliff is known for having running backs. A few years ago, they had the Morris brothers. I mean, they have no problem coming down and taking 3 to 4 yards to carry until you figure out a way to stop it all the way downfield.
Switch it up now in the backfield with Michael Jones to Bennett Sechrist's side. 4 receiver set. And Sechrist is going to run it himself out to the 25. He's going to get a first down and a block on the outside to the 40, to the 45, 50. Run out of bounds at the 42. And a first down. Give him about 35 on the play. A first down for Bennett Sechrist. So mark it at the 42-yard line.
Good blocking up front by the lineman on Cedar Cliff.
And they go with the 4 wide set again with Michael Jones now on the left side of Bennett Sechrist. Sechrist is going to lateral it. That's a live ball. They shouldn't have called it down like that. That was a backwards pass. Cedar Cliff actually got a break on that one because we're right in front here, and you could see the ball coming off to the side, and the referee had a bad angle on it. So,
absolutely, that was a gift for Cedar Cliff there. Good defense by Cedar Cliff. Way to be aware.
So incomplete. Mark it at the 43 once again. Hang on, yeah, it should be at the 42, and the referee on the far side notices it. It's like, wait a minute here. Mark it up here. There we go. I think Coach Chapman commented on that in one of the games earlier this year. They got it right this time. Now a bounce to the outside and only about a 2-yard gain as Eric Shriver gets it to about the 40. So a third down situation now for Cedar Cliff. Cedar Cliff, their first possession, two plays and a touchdown, so this is their first opportunity to try and convert a third down. Got to get it to the 32. And Hershey wants a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 2:41 left to go. First period, tied at 7 between Hershey and Cedar Cliff on Fox 43.2.
Country Meadows Retirement Communities has been serving Hershey for over 30 years.
Fix that score bug. Score bug had. Yep. Okay.
For coworkers. See how at countrymeadows.com.
Roger that.
The Courtyard of Honor aims to memorialize citizens of Gary Township who have served in the military during periods of armed conflict, first responders who have guarded our safety and security at home, and to honor September 11, 2001, and First Officer of United Flight 175, Michael Horowitz. Send a text to 7.
Hershey called that timeout. They have 2 remaining here in the first half,
In the message to register and donate.
as they wanted to get set for this 3rd and 8 play coming up for Cedar Cliff. So they will try to go from a 4 receiver set again.
And this is a big play for Hershey's defense. Up to this point, Cedar Cliff has kind of had their way with them. This is a big third down to come on and get their offense back on the field.
Back to throw is Sechrist. Firing down the middle, had Jones incomplete. Had about a 2-yard cushion on the defense, but could not connect, and it'll be 4th down, and we expect to see the punt team.
Each play for the goal is number 13, Evan Ziegler.
So Evan Ziegler back at his own 45 to get the punt. Gets a spinner off and gets a Cedar Cliff bounce, and he's going to down it. Oh, wow. He did not go into the end zone. The first tap was at the 4, so they'll mark it at the 4. And a beautiful punt. And Hershey's going to have to travel 96 if they want a touchdown here. So a great punt to set up Hershey at their 4-yard line. Hershey has only thrown one pass tonight. The rest of their 9 plays were all runs. A beautiful 10-play drive that they're coming off of. And it's a give to Cabrera. Off right tackle. Gets up to about the 6, a gain of 2.
Hand off to number 32, Angel Cabrera. Tackled by number 13, Evan Ziegler. Gain of 2.
Sweeney coming in from the sideline. He comes back to Coach Painter to get the play every time. Receivers here to the near side. P.J. Paterno, 13, and Derek Guzman, 3. Cabrera in the backfield. Now Guzman in motion. And that run-pass option again to Cabrera. He gets up to the 10. Give him 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Got to get to the 14 for a first down, so make it a short 5, a long 4 here for a first down. Big tight end there. We can see is back with us, 89, Isaiah Danner. Lines up here on the near side. We'll see if they go his way. No, they're going to. Sweeney throws it, and the pass is caught by Guzman, and a first down. Nice diving catch to take it to the 23.
That's a good pitch and catch there with Sweeney and Guzman. I really like what I'm seeing out of Sweeney right now. He's making good reads when they're running the option. He looks real comfortable in the pocket.
The ball is placed at the Trojan 23-yard line. First and 10.
I am really impressed with his efficiency. He's now 15 for 18 on the year. He's only had 3 incompletions all year long. Guzman comes back in motion, and the give. No, it's going to be Sweeney taking it himself. He waits patiently. Now he's going to get out to the outside. Breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and there he goes. 50, 45, and out of bounds. Right at the 45, and a first down for Hershey, and a gain of 28.
Again, another good read by Sweeney on the option. One-on-one in space, make a guy miss.
The ball is placed at the 45-yard line. First and 10, Trojan.
I shortchanged to make it a 32-yard gain for Sweeney as he went off left side. Just impressed with his footwork, especially. So into Cedar Cliff territory goes Hershey again. And the give into the belly of Cabrera, bounces it outside, has a tackle in front of him, and gets it up to about the 37 in what will most likely be the last play of the first quarter. A good one so far from Hershey Park Stadium. Both teams with a touchdown drive, both teams with a defensive stand. Both teams looking very good on offense. 7-7, Hershey and Cedar Cliff. We go to the second quarter on High School Sports Live and Fox 43.2.
Hershey Trojans 7 and the Cedar Cliff Bullets 7. A reminder, fans, that the famous Pennsylvania Farm Show milkshake.
All right, 1 minute break.
Off the field level next to the scoreboard. Hershey has a football. That's about protection.
Do what you can. The one thing I don't want you to do is force it. So you're doing great. Like I said, I'm going to keep trying to lead you here. If you don't have anything right away, no problem. And this isn't radio. You're tempted in radio to try not to. I don't either. I texted him. I haven't heard from him yet. If he forgot, so be it.
We offer full retail and service for every home scoring needs, as well as
hang on a sec here.
Essence and Sons care for your existing area yards with cleaning and repair services. Or perfect storage solution to
7-7. Cedar Cliff and Hershey here from Hershey Park Stadium. Mid-Penn Keystone matchup tonight between undefeated teams. The other two matchups tonight in Central Pennsylvania are both Mid-Penn Keystone games. Bishop McDevitt and Palmyra and Milton Hershey at Redland. We'll try and get updates for you at halftime. That is a lateral, and it's out to Guzman, and he gets back to the 39-yard line and not much else.
It's a good tackle by Cedar Cliff's Elijah Wilburn in space there.
So a loss of 2 will make it 3rd down and 4. Back at the 39.
3rd and 4.
Whistles and another timeout. Hershey, that is their second. We'll take timeout as well. 11:25 to go here in the first half. 7-7 Hershey Park. It's Hershey and Cedar Cliff. Back after this on Fox 43.2.
Which is good luck to the 2023 Hershey Trojan football team. If you are thinking about buying or something for your home, call Gary Burke to help take the right move.
On the way on the halftime show, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report. It's the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime spats, the Capital Region first half highlights, and our friend Charlie Fortney will talk to our friends at F&M Trust, one of our sponsors this year on High School Sports Live. It is 3rd down and 4 for Hershey, 39-yard line. They got to get to the 35 for the first down, and 2 men in motion. They got to set for a second before they snap it. In the pistol goes Cabrera off the left side. Stutter steps, has the first down and more to the 30, to the 27. Great job of stopping and starting by Cabrera, and a first down for Hershey.
And you know, if Sweeney and his Hershey offense can continue to get in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, real manageable 3rd downs, they're putting themselves in a good position.
So they bump it up to the 27-yard line and a first down. To the outside goes 13 P.J. Paterno. Guzman comes back in motion. And the give this time, there was no give. Sweeney kept it himself. Carter Klein faked me out, and Sweeney is hurt. He took a hard tackle back at the 30-yard line. And we're going to have a stoppage in play here.
And that's Nathan Lusk again for Cedar Cliff, causing havoc in the backfield there.
Let us take timeout as well. 11:02 to go. First quarter tied at 7 on Fox 43.2. Gotcha. Yeah, plenty of time. We're good. Cam Sweeney came off under his own power. So Grant Lader, number 2, a 5'10 sophomore, comes in at quarterback. Don't be surprised if he hands it off to 21 Carter Klein right behind him. 2 receivers to his right. Guzman comes in motion. And that is the case. Carter Klein between the tackles and gets back to the original line of scrimmage to about the 27-yard line. So Grant Lader pressed into action here. And he'll be faced with a 3rd down and 10. With Sweeney, the way he was reacting, it looks like he fell on the ball. Might have been just the ball went right into his gut and he just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
We hope the best for him as Lader comes in on 3rd down and 10. Move the receivers to the near side. See if Klein ends up going that way. He does. He bounces outside, and a great job of blowing up the play by 52, Gunnar Miller. And it only goes for about a yard, so up to the 26. And it'll be 4th and 9.
And I like that call by Hershey. You know, your starter quarterback's out. No need to put your second string quarterback in a position where he's got to go out and do too much. Hand the ball off. You're in good position. Let's try to get some points here on the board with a field goal.
43-yard field goal. We don't say that a lot here on High School Sports Live, but they're going to try it. Cole Goodman, a 43-yard field goal. They got 10 on the play clock. They got plenty of time. Still trying to get everybody shuffled around from the left hash. Snap is down, and it's going to be short. A little bit off to the right, and no, they can't return it. Nice thought. It's not a Antonio Cromartie 109-yard kickoff return, but it goes into the end zone, and it will be taken at the 20-yard line. So just as good as a 13-yard punt, and it's first down for Cedar Cliff. It would have been good, I want to say, from maybe 38, 39, but just a little bit out of Goodman's range. So Cedar Cliff starts up from their own 20. Nathan Lusk to the far side and a full house backfield here on the inside. And now Carter Ender switches ends. Sechrist with the give up the middle. And getting to the 24-yard line. Not much more after that. Goes Tyrell Hills. And pick up a 4.
It looks like Cameron Sweeney's coming back out here on defense, so he looks to be good and healthy, and it's all good news.
Good to see him back in as he plays defense on 2nd down and 6 from his safety position. One man in the backfield again for Bennett Sechrist. He's going to look to throw to the left side over his head, incomplete. Intended for Julius Tirado. And bring up 3rd down. Next game that we'll have for you here on High School Sports Live will be next Friday night from Chapman Memorial Field as Cumberland Valley hosts Harrisburg. Join us 7 o'clock next Friday night here on Fox 43.2 and HSS Live TV. 6-man front for Hershey. They get back onside, and they give up to middle to Tyrell Hills, and he's not going to get the first down. It's maybe a gain of 2, and the defense for Hershey holds. It'll be 4th and 4, and here comes the punt team. So Guzman back to receive the punt from Ziegler. The left-footed punt gets away. Now he calls for the fair catch. And a good time to do that. 37-yard line for Hershey, where they will begin first down at 7:58 to go in the first half.
There is a play. The penalty is holding against the Colts.
So the Colt penalty, are they going to punt again? Try and get some better field position? It's the way it looks like it. So the original line of scrimmage was the 26. And they're going to mark it off back to the 16-yard line, so they're going to make them punt it again.
That is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. And a replay.
And this time Guzman lines up in Cedar Cliff territory at the 49. Ziegler back to punt. That was a bad snap. It ended up being a better decision to take the penalty because the ball will be down at the 45-yard line, so a net of 8 yards on the Penalty call, so a first down at the 45-yard line. As that was the first penalty on the night for Cedar Cliff. Hershey with 2 penalties, 20 yards tonight, and Cedar Cliff with just 1 penalty for 10 yards. And so far, no harm, no foul with that penalty.
And Hershey was moving the ball before Sweeney went out with that injury. So let's see what they can do here on their next possession.
Late substitution coming in. That's L.J. Douglas at tight end, number 27. Guzman and Agurto, number 10, lining up on the outside. And Sweeney running for his life already, and he's down. A great play on the sack by Nathan Lusk. We've been calling his name all night.
I feel like that won't be the last time we'll be saying that name, Travis.
So a loss of 10 on the play, and he just overcame the block by Angel Cabrera. And the sack is a loss of 10, so it'll be second down and 20. Second sack on the night for Cedar Cliff. This time Douglas takes it up the middle. Actually, that's Cabrera. Cabrera gets 4 up the middle, so third down now and 16.
And this is what Hershey wants to avoid. You know, we just kind of gave him kudos for getting into manageable third downs, 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 3s. This is something where, you know, it takes options out of your playbook when you have 3rd and long. So let's see what Hershey and Sweeney draws up here.
We send Paterno and Guzman far side. Agurto to the near side. Sweeney lines up in the pistol with Cabrera behind him, and he's going to throw. And can't do anything. And actually a smart play to try and get the pass is incomplete, but that's still a smart play to not lose any more yardage.
Good coverage downfield by Cedar Cliff's defense. Good pressure by the interior lineman up front. Get their offense back on the field and try to get a drive going here.
So almost halfway through quarter number 2. And we are still knotted at 7. Hershey looking over to the sideline saying, hey, we need another guy here. 15 on the play clock. They're doing okay. Don't have to worry about a penalty just yet. High, flag down, and it'll be touched at the 43. Let's see what this flag is. Referee Michael Davis discussing options. And it's a hold on Cedar Cliff, so back him up 10 yards, and it'll be a first down. So mark it back to the 32-yard line. So easy to remember the penalties so far. 2 holding penalties on each team, 20 yards apiece. Got to get the chain guys in order before snapping the ball for the next play here. So first down for Cedar Cliff now on their own 32. As the sun finally sets here in Hershey. Lusk on the near side as the lone receiver. Bennett back to throw. He wants Lusk trying to break free from coverage, and he does get the call. I was going to say the lineman here on the near side didn't give it to him, but the back judge did.
And as I was watching that play, Travis, I was looking for the flag because he definitely had his hands on Lusk probably about 10, 15 yards down the field.
The original looks like the call is holding, and that is what the case is. So 10 yards and a first down. So they get back the kick penalty in the form of holding on the other end. So it's now first down at the 42. Lusk and Torado come here to the near side. And Bennett gives. And the run up the middle, maybe about Shriver for about a yard. So the second down.
That was a good tackle there by Hershey's Julian Sharp. Stepped right up, filled the hole. Low pad level, just a good tackle there.
You love it when the kids at this level show the proper technique for tackling and getting the shoulders in and keeping the head out of it.
Absolutely.
Two receivers again with an H-back. And that man goes in motion. And Sechrist back to throw. Chased out of there. And now has running room. And gets a nice block and a truck to the 42-yard line. And that was a heck of a shot.
And that was all Sechrist there. I mean, he had linemen breathing down his neck, showed off his athleticism to get out of the pocket and not only avoid the sack, but also pick up the first down for Cedar Cliff there.
I'm going to make that as a candidate for our play of the game tonight here as Sechrist. That's only 15 yards, but that's going one way. Then having to come back the other way, gets a nice block up front and then lays the lumber himself to get the first down at the 42. Mark it back actually to the 43, so 14 on the game. Now Sechrist looking to go long, has a man, and it's almost intercepted. It was 2-on-1 coverage, and the one almost intercepted it. A great job there by Anthony Vasquez.
Yeah, that's a great play by Vasquez. He did everything right there except bring that thing down.
So now some switches in personnel here as we go for a second down play. Lusk, the only receiver. Kate Finkbonner, 42, also in there on cover in the backfield as they run left side, and it doesn't work. They go to Tyrell Hills. They tried bouncing it to the outside and did not work that time.
And that's Hershey's David Mash, just making another great tackle out in space. You know, with 4 minutes left in the clock, left and a half, that's a big tackle there.
So a third and long now for Cedar Cliff. It's third down and 14. More substitutions come in. They bring in Tayon Abraham here to the near side as part of a 4-receiver set. Back to throw is Bennett looking for the screen, and it's batted away immediately. Oh, what a great job on defense. Let's give 52 Corey Schaefer Jr., the senior, a big heads up there as really aware of the play, got his hands up at the right time.
And that's what you want your lineman to do, Travis. If you can't get to the quarterback and bring him down for the sack, you get your arms up, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and hope you can bat the ball down. And that's exactly what Schaefer Jr. did there.
So Guzman will line up at his own 15 for Hershey. As Ziegler gets ready to left foot it down, and fair catch again called for. And does so at the 15-yard line. 32-yard punt, no return at 3:44 left to go here in the first half. Coming up, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report, Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, and the Capital Region Insurance Agency first half highlights. Got a lot of them so far, even though the scoreboard doesn't show it. A lot of nice offensive plays on either end. So Cam Sweeney back in there for Hershey as they start first down at their own 15. And we have a jump.
Looks like a false start on Hershey there.
Fourth penalty on the night for them. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 15, it's 1st and 15 at the 10. And TJ, as a former offensive lineman, you had no holding penalties in your career or no false starts, correct?
Never.
None that were called. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Good job of hiding it there. 6 on the play clock as Sweeney gets it away to Cabrera. Going left side and then dropped on his back after getting just back to the line of scrimmage. This will be 2nd down and 15. Sweeney back from the sideline getting the call. 20 on the play clock, 3:11 left to go here in the first half. Agurto, Guzman, your near side receivers. Guzman back in motion. Cabrera takes it in his belly and gets it up to about the 11. That's only a gain of 1.
And it looks like Cedar Cliff's not going to use a timeout here. So if you're Hershey, what you don't want to do is come out and try to force something downfield and give Cedar Cliff, an opportunity for a turnover, something to just gain momentum going in before the half here.
Guzman is now lining up here on the near side. They're bringing Agurto back here. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Guzman in motion. Not going to do that. Instead, Sweeney is going to throw. Flushed out, looking, and the pass is caught. And the big tight end gets it up to the 27-yard line. That is Isaiah Danner, and that is enough for a first down. Haven't seen that play yet tonight.
It looks like 89 is down.
Yeah, that's Danner. He was awkwardly tackled. Check out the replay here. As Sweeney bought all sorts of time. And just like he was rolled up on his back ankle, and there's a flag on the play as well. So let's keep it here for now. We'll see what the flag is all about as Danner gets up. And 12 men on the field against Hershey. Referee Michael Davis still talking with the Hershey Trojan sideline to explain the reasoning behind the penalty. Still waiting for an official call here because the ball was marked at the 26. Now the officials are going to conference together here. So 12 men. And the call was made usually I'm confused because the signal from the referee for one hand on the head is usually ineligible, and he gave me. That's a new one by me. So it ends up being 4th and 19, and Hershey has to punt from their end zone. High spiraling kick, and he made the fair catch. He called fair catch, and that's going to be a couple flags here. We had one flag on the far side, and here on the near side we had another flag. You can't call fair catch and then go ahead and run. So I'm still back on the play before, trying to figure out the loss of down for the call that was made previously. And then we'll figure it out eventually. The bottom line is the punt here, and now we have one penalty declined and a hold on Cedar Cliff, which will be accepted, and it'll be first down for the Colts. So the illegal fair catch is declined. The holding is accepted. At the 1:48 mark here before halftime. I think they're talking now about, all right, which penalty has carries more weight with it, the illegal fair catch or the hold? So the fair catch was made at the 40, and the hold, mark it back 10, so we're at midfield.
And with a minute and 48 seconds, that's more than enough time, Travis, for Cedar Cliff to come down, run their offense. They don't got to, try to do too much here.
So Bennett Sechrist will give the handoff to Tyrell Hills to the left side and gets the first down and more. And the clock will stop as Hills gets the gain to the 34. That's 16 yards, a first down, and the clock stops. It'll start up again once they spot the ball. Another great job of juking by Tyrell Hills. As Cedar Cliff comes out in a four-receiver set again, Michael Jones in the backfield. Sechrist, high snap, brings it in beautifully, now going for the home run, and he's got it, touchdown. Beautiful play to Owen Anastasi. Touchdown from 34 yards out.
It's a big play going into the half for Cedar Cliff.
And another two-play touchdown drive. Here's the replay. As Anastasi just beat his receiver, beat his defender rather. Just speed to the outside, catch it at its highest point, bring it in for the touchdown. Enders to add the extra point. It's good. Two plays, 50 yards, 31 seconds. And Cedar Cliff takes a one touchdown lead, 1:17 to go left here in the first half. Cedar Cliff 14, Hershey Park, here at Hershey Park Stadium, Hershey 7 on Fox 43.2.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
34-yard touchdown pass. Owen Anastasi brought it in from Bennett Sechrist at the south end zone, and it's 14-7 Cedar Cliff. Hershey with one timeout and 1:17 to work with here as they await the kickoff. Coming up, Jack Giambalvo halftime report, Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, Capital Region Insurance Agency first half highlights. And we'll talk with the friends at F&M Trust as this kick goes into the end zone. Guzman wanted to return it. He had some room, but once it crosses the end line, ball is dead, 20-yard line, first down. With TJ Smith, Travis Sparks, great to have you with us here at Hershey Park Stadium. TJ, last couple drives for Hershey, 3 and out, 3 and out. They missed a field goal. Their first drive was a touchdown, and their second drive was a touchdown. First drive was 3 and out. They need to put something together here.
Absolutely.
19, a new face in here. Ben Shepard at wide receiver. And a 3-receiver set. Cam's going over the middle, and it's picked off Nathan Lusk. To the 30, coming around to the 25, looking for a block. 10, 5, does he get in? Yes, touchdown. And that's the second week in a row Nathan Lusk has returned an interception for a touchdown.
Great catch by Nathan Lusk there. Even better run back to get into the end zone. This kid's just a football player.
They were looking for Isaiah Danner once again on the out route. Let's take a look at the replay here. Sweeney throws, and it was just underthrown. And a great job of athleticism from Lusk. Now, does he? Yes, he did. He broke the plane before the ball came out of his hand. It's a touchdown. And that is 2 touchdowns in 13 seconds. Kick is good. Timeout on the field. Let us break as well. 1:04 to go, first half. 21 for Cedar Cliff, 7 for Hershey. On High School Sports Live on Fox 43.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Well, Nathan Lusk's interception return for a touchdown could be our Capital Regions Insurance Agency play of the game. Join us in the post-game show to find that out, as well as our Hoffman Ford player of the game. This kick will not go to the end zone, and Guzman will take it from his own 6. Out to the 15, to the 20, and brought down by Tyrell Hills at the 21-yard line.
We just talked about it, possession ago, Travis. Hershey didn't need to come out and force anything, give Cedar Cliff any momentum going into the half. I mean, this was just a 7-7 game with 4 minutes to go, and things have completely changed. With Cedar Cliff getting the ball coming out at a half, this is a big possession here in this last 58 seconds for Hershey.
They did have a shootout earlier this year, their opening game. They won in overtime 36-35. They're averaging 35 per game, and they get it out to Agrudo. And he gets it out to the 29, making the 28-yard line, and a gain of 7. Clock continues to run. Sweeney looking again, under pressure, now steps up. He's got the first down. The clock will stop. So get to the 40, 12 yards on the gain. And clock runs again at 25 and 24. 3-receiver set. Cabrera in as an extra blocker. Sweeney gets out of a tackle. Gonna throw it up and intercepted again.
And Sweeney took a big hit at the end of that play there, Travis. I hope he's okay.
Julius Tirado that time with the interception. Let's see what the flag is here on the near side. See if we can catch it on the replay here. He gets out of one tackle. Then so the face mask penalty against the Trojans. That'll tack on 15 to the end of the play. So the drive will start now. So it's only 5 yards. So if you're Cedar Cliff, do you take a chance here and go for broke with 12 seconds to go, up 14? Or do you kneel it down and take it to the half? They're coming out in a 4-receiver set. Sechrist. And they're going to run it, and met at the point of attack. And Shriver loses 4 yards, and that is it for the first half. And it's been a good first half. Cedar Cliff 21, Hershey 7. Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up next. Thanks for joining us here tonight on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Guys, I'm with Chip Wasson, the Vice President and Commercial Services Market Manager for F&M Trust. Chip, I did my research. You're a football guy. You have to look forward to dialing in and watching these games, and even with NFL coming.
Charlie, I love playing football growing up, and this time of year always brings back fond memories. Great community time, great atmosphere, and love it.
F&M Trust has been in this community for years. Talk about that history and talk about why being in the community is so important to F&M Trust.
F&M Trust was founded in 1906 in Chambersburg, and our corporate headquarters is still there today. We currently have 22 offices in South Central PA, in the 4 counties in South Central, as well as Washington County, Maryland. We service retail, commercial, and investment and trust clients in those offices. We have a mortgage center in Camp Hill, as well as mortgage loan officers in our community offices across our footprint. We have a regional headquarters in Harrisburg, which is where my office is located. And we opened a few years ago and has really grown that marketplace for us.
Chip, talk about the interest in High School Sports Live and wanting to be involved in the education of high school sports and the student athletes that get the exposure night in and night out.
Absolutely, Charlie. And one of the things that F&M strongly believes in is supporting our communities. The bank contributes hundreds of thousands of dollars and thousands of hours of volunteer service to community groups and organizations throughout the year. One of the areas of focus for us is education, so supporting high school football is a natural fit for us. We know everyone involved in these games, from players to coaches to cheerleaders and to members of the band, really have invested their time and talents to represent their school and their communities to the best of their ability. It's also an opportunity to be a part of a great group of sponsors there that share F&M Trust's commitment to community.
Well, we appreciate you being involved in High School Sports Live and supporting our community effort, but you guys are doing a lot of neat things out there. Why don't you hit on a couple of those key initiatives?
Our entire team is actively engaged in the many of the nonprofits as well as the chambers of commerce that serve our region. For instance, we're donating time to assist with the rebuild of the Broad Street Market, which had an unfortunate fire earlier this year. We have and will be participating in the United Way's Day of Caring, where we support the nonprofits in the area through volunteer hours. We have a team of people that volunteered to walk for the American Heart Association fundraiser at City Island, and we've received tremendous response, and our team is very happy to be involved, especially in after-hours projects as well.
What was that like playing high school sports and just you watching these football games on TV? You almost have to relate to these kids today.
Oh, it's, Friday Night Lights is the best. I mean, it's really tremendous. It's a great community event, and towns light up when those Friday night games are on.
What's your favorite memory as a high school athlete? On that football field, playing defense. You got to have one.
Oh, I do, and it was a pick six for a touchdown to win the game.
How many yards?
It was about 60.
Gary, guys, we got a guy here that if someone gets hurt in the second half, let's put him in. Chip Wasson, thank you. F&M Trust, reaching the community, supporting High School Sports Live. We appreciate the partnership.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Thanks for watching Mr. Pickles again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows.
He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and working dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Thanks for watching Mr. Pickles again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows. He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 Official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
This is the Jack Giambalvo halftime report on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and High School Sports Live at HSSLiveTV.com. Great to have you with us tonight at Hershey Park Stadium on a beautiful night for football with TJ Smith. I'm Travis Sparks. Mr. Chapman, do you have your late note, sir?
Yes, sir.
He is with us. He'll be with us for the second half as well. Your former student, TJ, did an awesome job here in the first half analyzing things for us. And
that's wonderful.
A great job here by Cedar Cliff, especially in the second half on defense. They turned it up, especially Nathan Lusk here in the second half.
Yeah, Nathan Lusk is the name you want to remember. He's making plays in the run game. He had the big interception return for a touchdown there at the end of the half. This guy, if I'm Hershey, I'm looking for where he's at before every play. and I'm trying to go the opposite way. This kid is just a gamer. He's a playmaker, and I expect him to have another big half for Cedar Cliff.
Let's take a look at the Capital Blue Cross halftime highlights here before we get to our AT&T halftime stats. A great job by defenses early on and just some offense as well to take us through the first half as some great plays early on here. And we get the first play with the touchdown that was driven early on. Capital Region Insurance Agency highlights here as Hershey ended up, they got the first down. Hershey did after a long delay here. And then there's the first touchdown here. Owen Anastasi getting the pass from Bennett Sechrist here. Cam Sweeney looking to throw, and there's the interception by Nathan Lusk, working his way through the field here, and that's his second week in a row with a defensive touchdown. And a great job there by Cedar Cliff, and a good play here by Guzman, getting down the sideline here for Hershey as well. Sweeney back to throw. He did have a couple incompletions, but made a nice play to Agurto there for the completion. And then Bennett Sechrist with a nice play to the outside, and it gets outside and it gets out of bounds. He had a nice gain there too. Sweeney was looking to throw, get to the outside. Guzman a nice diving catch there, and that got a first down to keep a drive alive. And Sweeney still working around, getting off the sideline, and I believe this is the hit where he trucks his defender. No, he got out of bounds. I got him confused with Sechrist here as we look at our halftime numbers here presented by AT&T and Capital Blue Cross. Kind of even on both sides. Hershey had a little more possession, but they had a couple turnovers as well and a couple late penalties there. 189 yards total for Hershey. Just 140 for Cedar Cliff under not too many plays, but those turnovers, we haven't switched there. I apologize for that. But turnovers and penalties. Turnovers, 2 turnovers, which led to 7 points for Hershey. And 4, as with any team, you got to keep the turnovers down no matter what point of the game it is.
Absolutely. You see the stats there, and Hershey had put the ball, they were running the football really well, it looks like. And to see Cedar Cliff get that pick 6, that's a huge momentum change.
We're going to take another break here on the halftime show. Capital Blue Cross, and thanks to our friends at Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 21-7 Cedar Cliff on top of Hershey here. Third quarter action coming up next on HSSLiveTV.com.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Breaker box is toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen, if you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on Old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
And thank you to Invicta and Chad Edwards and all the guys back in studio for handling everything with us here tonight, pushing all the buttons back in the studio, manning the cameras. If you were with us last week looking for Lower Dothan Elizabethtown, we did not do the game last week because of the concerns of lightning, and our decision ended up being correct. So thank you for those of you who respected our decision, and we're glad we have no lightning here tonight. Clear skies, still in the 60s here as we get ready for the second half of Hershey and Cedar Cliff. Some first half numbers. The only pass that Sechrist completed was the touchdown pass. He was 1 for 6, 34 yards. He has 3 rushes for 57 yards. For rushing for Cedar Cliff, Tyrell Hills has 5 rushes for 21 yards. Eric Shriver, 3 carries for just a loss of 1 yard. And Nathan Lusk with the touchdown run of 35 yards. The 1 reception went to Owen Anastasi, the 34-yard touchdown. For Sweeney, for Hershey, 2 interceptions. He is 3 for 7 tonight, 47 yards, has 5 rushes for 14 yards. Klein with a carry for a yard. Also, Julius Toronto, a carry for 30 yards. Looking at the rest of the Derek Guzman, 2 carries, minus 3 yards. It was Sean Elliott with 1 carry for no gain. Grant Later, who filled in for Sweeney at quarterback, had a rush for 3 yards. And Angel Cabrera, 14 carries, 97 yards. The 2 pass catchers for Hershey, Derek Guzman with a catch for 13 yards, and Joe Agurto with 2 receptions for 34 yards. And that is the first stats on an individual basis here for Hershey and Cedar Cliff. The first half, the coin toss, Hershey got the ball first because Cedar Cliff deferred here to the second half. And there's the horn asking both teams to come back on here for the second half. We mentioned a unique night here in Central PA. All 3 matchups on the local schedule, all Mid-Penn Keystone matchups. Bishop McDevitt taking on Palmyra, and Milton Hershey taking on Redland. Tune into Fox 43 tonight. Fox 43 News at 10. Todd Sadowski and the Bottom Line will have those final scores. And then don't forget, tomorrow night at 11, the Frenzy, the Fox 43 High School Football Frenzy with the entire team at 11 tomorrow night on Fox 43. Cole Goodman, who had the attempted 43-yard field goal, go short earlier on in the first quarter, going to kick it off. And Nathan Lusk and Michael Jones back to receive. They're going to keep it away from Nathan Lusk. I don't blame them. And the kick goes into the end zone, 20-yard line, and Cedar Cliff will get the ball first down. From the 20-yard line, it'll come out to.
And this is a big possession for Hershey's defense. This game is still very manageable at 21-7. If they can come out here, get a stop, get their offense back on the field, and get some things going, we can have a ball game again.
Lusk will line up as the receiver on the far side. Kate Finkenbonner as the fullback. And lineup, it looks like, got Bennett Sechrist in there, just waiting for the ready to play. The near side
you look at this
official.
Formation and you think Bob Craig's the signal caller and the head boss for many decades, and you think he'd stir the wing set with the eye backs.
Now they move the two.
There's Kyle Brady shifting that tight end's eligible to the split end side.
Exactly. They go left side. On the far side, this is Eric Shriver, his first big run of the night. And he gets all the way out to the 38-yard line. Give him 18 and a first down.
That little shift with the tight end in the wing going to the split end side, that's an unbalanced line. If you're Hershey, you have to adjust because there are more men at the point of attack offensively, and they do a great job, Cedar Cliff does, of utilizing that advantage at the point of attack.
They didn't use Shriver a whole lot in the first half, only 3 carries, so his 4th carry is good for a first down up to the 38. Lusk again at the far side, and the give inside this time, up the middle, what we're used to with Cedar Cliff, and get it up to the, to the 44-yard line. Probably Tyrell Hills. That was Shriver again.
So many teams nowadays, guys, run the spread that when you see a team that's going to line up in the old school power formations, you don't get a lot of practice at it. And it can be very difficult to stop.
From the 44. And the give is to Lusk. He cuts upfield. Close to a first down. They may have to measure. They're actually going to say he got to the 48. It's a first down. Douglas on the tackle for Hershey, as well as Sean Elliott, and a first down.
This 21-7 lead is going to allow Cedar Cliff to come out and get back to their bread and butter, run the ball, be patient, and get it to your guys.
Tight end near side is Carter Enders, who's also the kicker. And
looks like the tight end was going to go and shift over to the other side to an unbalanced line set, and they didn't realize it, and they snapped the ball while he was moving, which is going to be a legal procedure against the Colts.
So back him up, 1st and 15. Only the 3rd penalty on the night for Cedar Cliff. Don't forget, next Friday night we go to Cumberland Valley as the Harrisburg Cougars visit, 7 o'clock game time. Join us here on Fox 43.2 and HSSLiveTV.com. 3 receivers set. Sechrist looking to throw, threw it to the H-back. That is Julius Tirado. Stood up at the 48.
Quarterback sprinted out of shotgun to the trip set. The middle guy in the 3 receiver set ran a quick flat route, about 4 yards downfield to the out ball, put red in the money, throwing to his left. Really good quarterback play there, and not going to move the chains with the penalty, but it brings him in a manageable 2nd and mid-range, about 6 yards. Really like the way Cedar Cliff's mixing up their using multiple formations, keeping the Hershey defense off balance.
2nd and 6.
Wide open, out deep. He didn't see him.
They went to Lusk instead, and he's going to try and get out of a tackle, which he will for a first down. Or are they going to mark it short? Now he was out of bounds at the 44. 4 on the gain.
Sechrist had Enders, the tight end, with nobody in sight. He was 8 to 10 yards behind everybody, but he just wasn't able to locate him down the right hash mark. I'm sure the Cedar Cliff people in the booth see that up top, and we'll let the coach know on the sidelines and probably come back to that.
3rd and 2.
There they're shifting the tight end to the unbalanced set. 90% they're going to run that way. There it comes.
And they decide to go up the middle, and it's still a first down. Shriver up to the 41. 3 yards, but a first down. As this nice drive by Cedar Cliff to start the second half is 3 minutes old, and they go to their 7th play. Just like Sweeney did for Hershey, Bennett Sechrist goes to the sideline. Get the play, and they are in no hurry. Still 18 seconds left on the play clock.
Same play.
Give up the middle. Shriver, 5-6 yards. He'll get it up to the 35. Shriver, that's his 4th run on this drive, 33 yards alone on this drive. Just push, that push by the offensive line. Give credit to 54, Josh Garcia, among others in there. 43, Blake Sechrist in there as well.
Now they're in an empty shotgun set, Travis. A lot of mixture of formations here. Really nice job by Cedar Cliff keeping Hershey off balance.
And I'm not surprised they're going to run it here. Blake Sechrist, first down. Excuse me, Bennett Sechrist. I gotta get the brothers right here. It's first down to the 28. They ran that formation earlier, TJ, and they got a first down with it last time, and again they get it again this time.
Yep, and I like when Sechrist takes off and runs the ball. He runs hard, he falls forward, and you know he's a load to bring down.
From the 28. Finkenbonner as the fullback. Shriver, the tailback, move Enders. Move Blake Sechrist, and Bennett Sechrist gives to the left side. Shriver, he's got a big hole. 15, 10, 5, and is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown. From 28 yards out.
I feel like we just went back 25 some years and we're watching Coy Wire, the great Stanford and an NFL football player, just take that football and run to the power side behind Tyler Lent, et cetera, to pay dirt. It's what we're watching here.
Exactly. Extra point up, and it is good by Carter. No, it is not. Excuse me. Carter Enders pushes it wide right. No good. 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Cedar Cliff 27, Hershey 7 on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Plays 80 yards in the first 4:52 off the clock here in the third quarter for Cedar Cliff as they increase their lead to 20. And for Chapman, you talked about this is a classic Cedar Cliff drive. They ran it 3 times. They threw 2 passes in there and then run to the left side for a 28-yard touchdown.
When you're able to run the ball with that much efficiency, when you do play action, people are going to be open.
Yes. 3 yards was the shortest gain in that drive. 5 first downs total for that drive. This is Guzman. He looks left. Now stutter steps. Gets out of a tackle and look out. 35-40, 45-50. 2 men to beat. And tackled at the 26.
Really nice athleticism by the other number 3. We saw Shriver on one side making play after play from the tailback position. And now we got Guzman for the Trojans. We've got a Cedar Cliff player hurt way down at the other end at midfield.
Let's take a look at the end of the play here. The tackle on Guzman. He got
surprised. I was worried he was going to get up
close to
limping.
the 50.
Well, that is definitely a face mask.
Yeah, and
Holy cow.
that was not called, and he was.
The official was right there watching it too. I was really surprised. I thought, well, maybe he didn't grab it, but we saw that live, and sure enough, on the replay, he did.
Let's take time out here for the injury. 6:54 left to go in the third quarter. 27-7. Cedar Cliff leads Hershey on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
So 64-yard kickoff return by Derek Guzman. And we are waiting for an injury here to Cedar Cliff. It doesn't look like it's the cramp variety that we're used to in August and September. Still waiting on the condition of the young man. While we have a moment, I need to say thank you to Pat and Jim Hamilton, who are babysitting my twins tonight while Mommy is bowling at Colony Park Lanes and Daddy is up here in the booth. So thank you to Pat and Jim. And also I want to send a keep getting well message to Warwick bowling coach Neil Vitale, who had bone marrow transplant surgery and procedure back over the spring and summer in New York City. He is back home in Lancaster County and recovering, and we hope to see you not only back coaching on the lanes, but back bowling on the lanes as well, Neil. One of the best bowlers in the entire, not only Lancaster County, but central Pennsylvania. Neil, glad to see you are doing well. 21 for Cedar Cliff is Keith Williams, a running back and defensive end, being carried off.
It looks like a lower body injury. Might be an ankle or a foot, something in his lower leg. Hopefully it's just a sprain and he'll be able to get treatment and get back in the lineup soon.
26-yard line, Hershey starts. Getting ready here for their first play of the second half. Angel Cabrera. And he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a yard here. It'll be 2nd and 9. Cabrera, 98 yards total. Had 14 for 97 in the first half, as they ran the run-pass option to him quite often here in the first half. Now Guzman, Joe Agurto comes back here. Now they're saying go back the other way. Still 10 on the play clock. Sweeney back to throw. Looking at Agurto's way, and again pressure. And again Nathan Lusk.
When you they released all 5 receivers on that, including the running back. When you release that many, you're not going to have a lot of time. And the quarterback in your head, you see it here. The fullback actually blocked the right side, then just sort of releasing the little layoff in the front, but the quarterback had no time. Sweeney had no time to see him. When you release that many receivers, you got to throw on rhythm. You can't hold the ball too long when you have a rush coming like that, like the Colts front group.
3rd sack of the night.
Sweeney looks like he's hobbling a little bit here. They're going to need him if they're going to get back into this game.
So 3rd and almost 20 now. Sweeney gets a shotgun snap, and he's going to have to run it himself. He's going to be up to about the 26-yard line where this all started, so it's going to be 4th and 10.
They're in 4-down territory here, just inside the red zone, right about the red zone. We're going to just outside the red zone, but you know you have to go for this because it's a long field goal, and a field goal is not really going to help you here, down 20 points midway through the 3rd quarter.
Looks like there was a flag. We're just not sure where it was. It was a dead ball foul against Hershey.
Not good for the Trojans. If you're the Cedar Cliff Colts, you may have to think about punting here if you're Hershey, even if you do it out of shotgun, and try to pin Cedar Cliff back, because now you're in unless it was not a dead, yes, it was a dead ball. You're right, so it's 4th down and a long way.
So back to the 41-yard line. He got ended up getting to the 36, did Sweeney.
4th and 25.
And they're going to end up going for it, at least line up like they're going for it.
He's not punting from, that's close, I'll tell you that.
Sweeney back to throw.
They might think it's 3rd down, but it was a dead ball.
Guzman gets the catch at the 24, excuse me, but not enough for a first down.
I wonder if the Hershey brass thought that was not a dead ball and it was only 3rd down, because they ran that route to the sidelines. A really good play if you're going to have a chance at a 4th down, but that was 4th down, and it's going to turn the ball over on downs.
So to the 26 they go, and it's only 15. They needed 25. So
you see the coaching staff out there arguing, what's going on? Why is it not 3rd down?
They didn't realize it was a dead ball. And the referee clearly marked dead ball on the foul. So Cedar Cliff gets the ball back.
Is there anybody think we're getting off tackle here to the short side of field to the wing? Oh, let's go to the other way. To the left here. And here it is.
Jumping to the outside is Shriver. Has another hole and gets the first down territory.
Cedar Cliff is doing a really good job with their offensive front, putting a hat on a hat, hitting their blocks, and this running back, Shriver's just seeing the gap and getting upfield and just playing old school power smash mouth football.
Timeout, Hershey. This is a momentum timeout. 4:59 left to go in the third quarter. Cedar Cliff 27, Hershey 7 on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
More choices. More laughter. More time to play. And less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal. To go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jack Jam Bubble.
Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. So in the first half, Eric Shriver had 3 carries, 1 for 2 yards, 1 for 1 yard, and then he lost 4 yards in the final play of the first half. His gains here in the second half, 18 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, 28 yards, 12 yards. Do some quick math here. That is 73 yards here in just the third quarter.
Well, we got a tight end and 2 backs. They're going to run the counter.
And they go to Tyrell Hills up to the 41. 3 yards. So second down and 7 coming up.
What the Redskins made famous with the counter tray years ago, that instead of pulling both guard and tackle outside, they have those 2 backs that are up there. They can be the pullers. And Hershey starts over penetrating or going too strong to the too hard to the strength. They'll go weak side on that run. Nice play call. Good stop by Hershey, only limiting them to 3 yards.
I love watching those Redskins teams of the 80s run that play. Flag on the play. Let's see who moved early.
Like somebody on the offensive line must have had their hand down and jumped. Tight end was okay. He's the last guy on the line. That's called a tight end trade. For one side there, I mentioned Kyle Brady, the great Penn State tight end, longtime pro. When he was at Cedar Cliff, Bob Craig would often shift Kyle from one side to the other to go to a overloaded, unbalanced set and just run that way.
So moving back 5 at 2nd and 12 from the 36. Sechrist gives to Hills. And Hills up to about the 46. Yeah, they actually marked his knee down at the 43. It's gain of 7. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Coming up tonight after the game, the Capital Blue Cross post-game featuring the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game. That's all coming up following our game tonight here on Fox 43.2 and High School Sports Live. With TJ Smith and for Chapman, Travis Sparks, great to have you with us here at Hershey Park Stadium. 27-7 here, third quarter. And now Cedar Cliff lines up incorrectly, and they call timeout as well. First of the half for them. 3:19 to go, third quarter, 27-7. Cedar Cliff leads on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Breaker box is toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen, if you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on Old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Well, for Chapman, I think we have to give T.J. Smith definitely a passing grade here for his first test here on High School Sports Live.
That is wonderful.
Hey, I appreciate you guys allowing me to come out and watch some good football with you guys on the Thursday.
These two teams used to scrimmage, Travis and TJ, under their legendary coaches, Bob Craig for Cedar Cliff, Bob Gump May for Hershey. They didn't play each other back in the days, but they would have a lot of good scrimmages, including the 79 season when both teams were very good, and the senior quarterback for the Trojans was a great player, Scott Campbell, for Purdue and the NFL. And Bob Craig had a lot of powerhouse teams in that era.
Bennett Sechrist back to throw. Looking, he wants to put it up for Nathan Lusk, and it's incomplete. All right, I'm going to test my memory here. Scott Campbell played for both the Steelers and the Falcons, am I correct?
That's correct.
All right.
He was also the honorary chairman of Big 33 not that long ago, a handful of years ago, and just a really, really good football quarterback, and he was a very good javelin thrower as well, and just a leader of this Hershey team, and they had some good athletes with him in 77, especially 78 and 79.
43-yard line. So a punt coming up for Cedar Cliff as Ziegler gets it out. Guzman is going to let it bounce, and it takes a Colt bounce and to the 20-yard line. Gentlemen, we saw on Monday night, unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers, his season is done. I'm sad because he was my starting fantasy quarterback. But I'd like to hear both sides of the, if you're in favor of or against, turf. We've got it here at Hershey Park. It's great, it's great for stadiums that have a lot going on here, but as we go on through the third quarter here, I'd like to hear your opinions, good, bad, indifferent. We'll find out here. First down for Hershey at the 20, and this is Guzman. They've tried this play several times, and Cedar Cliff has snuffed it out several times. He gets maybe a yard on the carry.
Brought down by number 15, Anastasi, sophomore, came up really strong. Cedar, I keep bringing the history up. Cedar Cliff safeties have always had run support. A lot of them have been their quarterbacks, not all the time, but they're aggressive, hard-nosed, tough kids, and they come up hard in support, and that's what happened right there for the 1-yard loss from the safety position.
Sweeney has Lusk chasing him down again, and it's going to be caught by Guzman.
Touchdown.
And he's got room, and he's gone. This will be 6. Touchdown, Guzman.
Really nice throw by Sweeney under pressure. Put it up there, chance for Guzman to run under it. Wonderful pass and catch for the Hershey Trojans. They're on the scoreboard. We still have a football game. Cut it to 2 scores.
And Angel Cabrera is helping Sweeney off the field here. He took a big shot at the end of that play.
Lusk, yep, he got, it was a clean hit by Lusk, but then Guzman catches it. The defenders run into each other, and it's an 81-yard touchdown for Hershey. 2 plays, and they get right back into it.
Look at that pass and catch. Great run after the catch. Picked up a block.
Goodman on for the extra point. And hits it to the stage. It's good. 27-14. Hershey cuts the lead to 13. 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
More choices. More laughter. more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Penn Live reporter TJ Smith and championship coach for Chapman. I'm Travis Sparks. Great to have you with us tonight on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and HSSLiveTV.com. That is our third two-play touchdown drive tonight, and the first one for Hershey as they cut the lead to 27-14 here in the third quarter. Goodman to kick off. Nathan Lusk to the right, and they decide to go. No, they're going to go to Michael Jones this time from the 5. Out to the 15. He's got a hole to the outside. Gets between a couple tacklers and returns at about 23 yards up to the 28-yard line.
Now, if you're Cedar Cliff, you're still up. While you're up 2 scores, you're not up 14, you're up 13. And it looks like the Hershey kicking game is really solid. So that 1 point could make a difference if Hershey can cut that lead. But if you're Cedar Cliff, you just got to think now, with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, that running game, stick to it, play action, hit some nice passes off play action, and try to get this ball down in the red zone. And if you do so, they're going to most likely take their time. Here's the wing eye set.
Blake Sechrist in motion. Tyrell Hills gets bottled up in the backfield.
It's amazing what momentum can do. Now all of a sudden the Hershey defense is jacked up and they stop you for no gain, but they were struggling with that most of the third quarter.
And in that first half, Hershey's defense didn't play bad. You know, if you take away the pick 6 interception, this is a 21-27 game.
Absolutely. Good point, TJ.
So loss of 2. Bennett Sechrist comes back in. Tayon Abraham here on the near side. 3-4 receiver set. Out of shotgun.
Back down the field. He's going to run the back on the wheel. Not open.
Sechrist throwing, and Lusk had it and dropped it.
Nice job of Sechrist to avoid the... It reminded me a little bit of Zach Wilson the other night, throwing that ball sidearm there to the right, and he put the ball on the money. It was just dropped. Avoiding the rush there. Now it's a 3rd and long.
Lutz had a lot of space out there if he could have came up with that.
Yes, he did. The play they were trying to run was getting the back out of the backfield and have him run down the Cedar Cliff sidelines, but Hershey sniffed that out all the way.
So from the 26, it's 3rd and 12. Back to the 4 receiver set.
You got to think turnover here if you're Hershey because they're going to put the ball in the air. Screen.
But it's snuffed out quickly, and
That's
the
a
ball
penalty.
is thrown away.
If we have any linemen downfield, it was a screen set. The linemen sort of hung around the line, so they were okay. They weren't more than 2-3 yards down the line past the line of scrimmage. On a screen play, you do that. They're trying to hit the running back behind that offensive line.
Great possession by Hershey's defense. Came out,
Yes,
got a quick 3 and out. Barely a minute went off the clock, and you get the ball back here to try to go down and score again.
Good point. Most times when you have a screen pass as a quarterback, you don't want to throw the ball away down the field. You want to throw it like at the running back's feet, or it's going to be a legal lineman downfield. But those linemen did hang around the line of scrimmage. They were okay.
Guzman with the fair catch, 38-yard line. And we're going to see. No, we're not going to see. We're not going to see Cam Sweeney. He was hurt on the last play, so Grant Later comes back in again at quarterback.
Great example for all the young people out there. You never, ever say die. You got to keep plugging and battling. And even though you're down by 20, you try to get back in it. And that's exactly what Hershey did. Credit to them. And they got the big play. Now they're only down 13, and they got the ball back.
So once again, the sophomore, Grant Later, is in. He's got 2 receivers with Cabrera in the backfield. And Cabrera gets it. Tries to bowl over 1 tackle and only gets about a yard. So he's right around the 100-yard mark for tonight, but just hasn't cracked it yet. Got 16 for 99, and Josh Garcia with the tackle. If they run it here, probably the last play of the third quarter. Guzman in motion. They give, no, it's going to be the option, and it's behind the line of scrimmage, so it's okay if it's forward, but it's only a yard. Not even a yard.
Got back to the original line of scrimmage, right? And you're right, that's going to be the quarter.
That was a risky pitch by Grant there. Great catch by Guzman to bring that in and just not turn it over there.
We go to the fourth. Glad you're with us here tonight on High School Sports Live and Fox 43.2. Cedar Cliff with a 2-touchdown lead, 27-14. Fourth quarter next on High School Sports Live.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 Official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo number 1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
That was almost a dead even quarter, 97 yards in offense for each team. The difference was Cedar Cliff missed their extra point. It was 21-7 at the half, now 27-14 Cedar Cliff. Hershey 3rd and 9. Grant Later is going to throw.
Got his man, that's a touchdown.
Looking downfield, and he's got Artugo.
If the ball's thrown ahead of him, it's a touchdown, but I can't blame him for making sure he completes it.
Agurdo, excuse me, and that is a first down. Get it down to the 26, a gain of 34.
He got, look at that, way behind the secondary, had to wait on the ball, which enabled Cedar Cliff DBs to catch up. I'm not sure why they would get sucked up on a 3rd and 9. You got to anticipate pass. Don't go for a run fake. You're not going to get there to make that tackle right away anyway. Look at this formation into the boundary. Rarely seen. You got...
And it's to the short side, too.
Yep, that's what I mean by the boundary.
Cabrera. Stacked up. Going nowhere.
When you guys hear short side of field or the boundary or the near, it's to the away from the wide side. You don't have as much, especially in high school. The hashes are wider than college and definitely a lot wider than the pros. So there's not a lot of room to the short side of field. But teams still can utilize it, especially against defenses that may put their strength into the field.
And what those of you who might not watch football a whole lot got to realize, the hash marks here in high school and college are a lot wider from the middle of the field than they are in the pro game.
Yeah, college are a little bit closer to the pros. High schools are wider than that.
Cabrera up the middle to about the 23, maybe about the 22. In fact, if you look, next time we have a shot in the end zone, the pylons in the back of the end zone are in line with the hash marks. Now, normally in the NFL, the hash marks line up with the goalposts, but here in high school and in college, those back pylons line up with the hash marks.
Good thing for Hershey right here. As a play caller, you know you have 2 downs to get to 6 yards because it's 4-down territory.
Later, looking to throw, looking for Guzman, and he makes the catch! Touchdown!
Wow! Fabulous pass and an even better catch in traffic by Guzman. Ball was right on the money, right where it had to be. Great coverage by the Colts there as well. Looked like 24 for the Colts on defense. Corner Wilburn.
Hand fighting, but gets the hands up in time and high points it as best as he can.
Look at this ball. Watch this pass.
Drop it in. Beautiful. Extra point by Goodman is good. We got a 6-point ball game here.
That's a big play by sophomore quarterback Grant Later. He's coming in here, relieving Sweeney, and he's playing big.
Cedar Cliff 27, Hershey 21 on High School Sports Live on Fox 43. We're back after this.
Thanks for watching Mr. Pickles again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows. He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Grant Later with the 22-yard touchdown pass to Derek Guzman. The extra point is good. 6 plays, 61 yards, 3:03 off the clock. And this lead for Cedar Cliff has gone from 20 down to 6 in the last 2 drives.
For a sophomore quarterback, guys, to put the ball on the money like that in a pressure situation on a 3rd down, very impressive. Hershey's right back in the game.
Goodman sends that one to the end zone.
Goodman has a really nice leg on him.
His only mistake earlier tonight, he missed a 43-yard field goal a little short, but his kickoffs have been excellent. He's done well on all of his extra points. And you never know, they might call on him. Well, if Hershey can tie the ball game up, it could be his extra point that would be the difference here. All right, Cedar Cliff back on it from the 20.
This is a big possession for Cedar Cliff here. They want to get something going now.
They want to run clock as best as possible, too. Blake Sechrist and Carter Enders in motion. Bennett Sechrist gives to Eric Shriver outside, and nothing doing. That Hershey defense is woken up in the second half.
Travis and TJ, I missed the first half. I'm here for the second. I feel like I'm watching 2 halves of football in 1 quarter. Cedar Cliff was completely dominant, as everybody sees at home here, for the first part of that, almost the whole 3rd quarter, and all of a sudden Hershey catches fire. Tenacity gets back in the game, and now their defense is just playing run stuffing, a totally different defense, it looks like, from the first 2 possessions of the second half.
Looks like the Hershey secondary put on the afterburners too, because that was a really nice tackle by Davon Williamson on the far side. Now Bennett Sechrist wants to go to the air. He's looking, and it's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get to Lusk, and Mr. Guzman, who's had a really good second half, had nice coverage.
They tried to run the split end on a post route. They had a tight end running a deep drag, 2-receiver route, went for the home run, and as you said, Travis, really good coverage back there for Guzman and the Trojans.
This is a big 3rd down here. If Hershey can get the ball back with 9 minutes to go, they're in good shape.
Switch in personnel. Corey Schaefer Jr., 52, coming in, and 72, Tucker Volonsky coming out for Hershey. And Cedar Cliff takes a timeout. They only have 1 left, 9:15 to
use
go.
That now, especially with a 6-point lead.
Let's keep it here. Let's keep it here for
the
this.
Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and free.
A critical 3rd and 11.
Play action is not necessary here because you're probably not going to get the 11 yards. Hershey's probably not going to bite on the play. So I'm expecting Cedar Cliff to line up in some kind of spread set. They've shown it some. Maybe a 1-back, 4-receiver set, and try to get some guys down the field and draw up your best pass play and try to get an open receiver. But you got to still be careful if you're the Colts. You're going to have to punt it away if you don't get it. But you definitely don't want a turnover because the momentum is in Hershey's side, and you don't want to give the Trojans that short of a field.
Cedar Cliff's last 2 3rd down attempts, incomplete and incomplete. They were 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 12. This is 3rd and 11 from their own 19. They bring 1, Julius Tirado, and 2, Tayon Abraham here to the near side. 2 receivers far side. Bennett Sechrist back to throw, and he's got Michael Jones in the open. To the 50. Splits more defenders, and he gets out of a tackle to the 30 and stops right there.
They ran a double slot, as you saw. You saw the wide screen there on the formation. 4 wide receivers out. They ran the running back right up the middle, past the linebackers, into that open void. Takes a little bit of time, and you got to have good protection, as we'll see it again here. And a beautiful pass and catch by the Colts. Here it is. Running back right out up the seam. Linebacker, if you're linebacker, you got to jam him. You got to run right with him or jam him and take him off his route.
Big throw by Seacrest there. He threw that on the money.
51 yards and a first down to the 30.
What a call and what execution by the Colts.
And they go to Seacrest again, up the middle, and he breaks free, and he's gone. Touchdown, Cedar Cliff.
Wow.
30 yards.
You got to think the Colts may want to go for 2 here with 8.5 to go, up 12. That extra point really isn't going to help you much in the big scheme of things, with Hershey having a really good kicker.
30-yard touchdown. 4-play drive, 80 yards after Hershey got it to within 6. Busted
Right over the power.
middle.
Right dead smack over those 2 lead blockers that are up there in that old Central Bucks West formation, if you will, that Mike Pettin Sr. used to run for his fabulous dynasty in Bucks County that won numerous state titles with those kind of plays.
Carter Enders, extra point, is good. 8:34 to go. It is 34-21. Cedar Cliff leading Hershey on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Yard touchdown run straight up the middle from Eric Schreiber. And the lead is back to 13 for Cedar Cliff in a back and forth mid-pen Keystone battle of unbeatens tonight here on Fox 43.2. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, the high school football frenzy with Todd Sadowski and the entire team at Fox 43, on Big Fox 43, tomorrow night at 11. So back and forth we go.
Colin Gillen, Cedar Cliff's head coach, was an assistant Big 33 coach this past season. And you would think that he was working under Bob Craig for years with this offense. It's nice to see. It brings back old times and old memories for a lot of Cedar Cliff fans, I'm sure.
Enders with the kick. And that is taken by Davon Williamson. 20, 25, 30 flag. And that'll be the third time tonight on a Hershey kick return that we have a flag. So flag thrown at the 25, most likely holding, and correct. Mark it all the way back to the 15.
Like you said, Travis, this is the third time on a kickoff that Hershey's had a penalty, and they're having to start their drives back behind the 20-yard line. Just putting yourself in a bad position.
So Grant Later back in. Also has L.J. Douglas in there as a tight end.
Mark Painter's squad is going to, it's a must-score touchdown situation. You're probably going to get 2 full possessions here yet, and you got to score TDs on both and stop Cedar Cliff when they get the ball if you score the first. But it's possible, especially the way the Cedar Cliff offense has been churning out big plays in the second half.
And Guzman here on the boundary. Later, running for his life, looking, gets it out to Agurdo. 20, 25, 30, and a first down, and a good job of hanging in there by Grant Later.
I like Later.
He showed a lot there, TJ, by just avoiding the rush and knowing where his safety valve is to get rid of that football and not take the sack.
Yep, keeping the play alive with his legs, finding his guy down there, and just making a play.
Sweeney, who Later is replacing, and Later are both sophomores. And they're proving their worth tonight. 1st and 10 at the 32. Guzman in motion.
Option.
And the RPO goes to Cabrera.
And this is what you can't afford. It's okay to run the ball and get 8 yards, but you got to hustle. You got to get in and out of the huddle, run the place, because you're 2 scores behind, and the clock's ticking under 8 minutes now. Time is of the essence.
Later quickly brings the play back in, breaks the huddle with 28 to go on the play clock.
I'd like to see him move a little more quickly. You got 60 yards to go here.
Later, looks left, looks right, throws incomplete.
Nothing wrong with that on 2nd and short. Don't take a sack. Don't force a pass right now. Get back and regroup. You got 2 downs to get 2 yards, and you don't really need to go any short. You want to just try to keep working the ball down the field here, and you score with about, in the next 2.5 minutes, you still have 2 timeouts left. You can stop Cedar Cliff and get the ball back. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Got the bubble up top, the wide side.
Later, looking to throw. Under pressure and incomplete. Was trying to get it out to Cabrera, but he was under pressure. And that Cedar Cliff line has been just hammering away at the Hershey quarterbacks all night long. So 4th and short.
Really nice pressure by the Colts there. You got to get this first down if you're Hershey. You need 2 yards. There's not a lot of time left. If you don't get it, in a very difficult situation to win this football game.
Could be the ball game, even though 7:16 left to go. This still could decide it here. 4th and 2. Later,
got him.
Under pressure, incomplete. Short-armed it to Guzman, and Guzman had a little bit of room.
Good job by the Colt defense.
Later came up a little bit lame as well, but he jogs off under his own power. So 7:11 to go, and Cedar Cliff up 13.
Looks like an ankle for 32 for the Trojans.
Sean Elliott. Excuse me, not Elliott, Angel Cabrera.
Cabrera, yeah.
Over 100 yards tonight for him. And now
off tackle to the left, almost a guarantee. There it is. Oh, he's bootlegging. Naked boot.
And will it end up being a good decision? Yes, it will.
Sometimes those naked boots can really, they fooled us here. Up in the boot, they can fool you on defense too. Tough quarterback, number 14 for the Colts.
Bennett
Sechrist.
4 yards on the gain. So bring up 2nd down and 6.
In a line of many, the Matt Copes, Sean Starner, a lot of tough nuts. And I say that in a good way. Tough guys that were not just playing quarterback there, as I told you earlier, they're lining up at safety and hitting people all football game.
Most importantly, the clock continues to run. Play clock down to 7. Bennett Sechrist gives to Shriver, and immediately L.J. Douglas brings him down in the backfield.
When you're to on this play here, to the short side of field, to your split end side, you only have a guard and a tackle. And the Hershey defender came off really fast on the corner there and made a great play on the tailback. You got to start thinking, if you're Hershey, do we want to use timeouts? But we're 2 possessions down, and you want to try to save them for the end, but this clock is ticking under 6 minutes now. Cedar Cliff wants to keep the ball in bounds. Definitely don't run out of bounds, and you don't want an incompletion. They're going to try to throw it here.
Sechrist throws, and
incomplete. Sechrist had a lane there to run. And he may have picked up the first down. If anything, he'd have kept the ball inbounds and clock moving. The clock is Hershey's big enemy right now.
So Evan Ziegler coming back in to punt. A similar situation like this in the first half. They downed it at the 4.
I would have liked to see Sechrist run there 4. Like you said, he runs hard. Good things happen when he puts his head down and just runs.
Bad snap, but Ziegler handles it nicely, and the fair catch is made by Guzman at the 14.
You got to get in a quick pace now if you're Hershey. 5:35, as you see on the screen there to go. It's now 1st and 10 Hershey. They got to go 85 yards in a hurry, and it looks like it may be onside kick time if you do score. Unless you get a big play here and score in the next 2 minutes. Because 2 timeouts, you can still get the ball back with around a minute and a half to go.
And Guzman has proven that he can beat this defense. Later. Flushed out.
Got him down the sideline.
Has
There
Guzman.
he is.
And breaks free to the outside. Tries to split a defender. And now he's got open field. To the 41. It's a first down.
Beautiful job making something out of nothing by the quarterback. And then number 3 for Hershey. He is electric. Guzman, the senior wide receiver. A lot of skill there. Made a couple guys miss. Got the ball up past the 40-yard line. You got to get in and out of the huddle. Clock started after the chains were moved. 4 wide set.
Guzman near side flank. Later looks to the left side. And it's intercepted. And gone is Julius Tirado. Touchdown.
Wow. You got to throw those quick outs to the inside receiver. You have to put them on the money if you're the quarterback. You throw it over the head. There often is a defender just waiting there. You can throw it on the money. You got a 5-yard break tackle, 6, 7, 10, 15-yard gain. But overthrowing that can cause some serious difficulty for the offense, and it did right there.
3rd interception for Cedar Cliff. 2nd pick 6 on the night. And that one comes at the 5-minute mark here. And they're going to bring the extra point kicker back out. That is Carter Enders. So Lee can come back to 20 for the Colts. Flag.
Too many men on the field. Legal participation by Hershey, probably. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 12 guys in the field for Hershey. That moves the ball to the 1.5. I'm taking my offense back on the field. I'm getting this to 21. It doesn't really matter right now with just under 5 minutes to go. But
now they wave the team to stay on the field. At least that's the first signal I saw from the sideline.
Yeah, nothing wrong with just kicking this extra point right now.
Declined it.
To go up 20.
And it is back to a 20-point lead for Cedar Cliff. 4:59 to go, 4th quarter. Cedar Cliff 41, Hershey 21. On High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
41-21 after the 2nd pick 6 tonight by the Cedar Cliff defense. That one run back by Julius Tirado. The other one run back by Nathan Lusk in the first half. And Mr. Enders kicks off again for Cedar Cliff. It comes down to Davon Williamson. Looking for a seam. And for the 4th time tonight, we have a flag.
Again, it's a hold on Hershey. They're going to have to start this drive again back behind the 20.
I think I know what they're going to be working on in practice next week. Kick coverage and keeping the hands down. So from the 12, Hershey begins again. Sophomore quarterback Grant Lader with 4 receivers. Derek Guzman in motion. Instead, they hand it off to Klein. Klein up to the 18-yard line. To bring up 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is later. Flushed again. Throws and had his arm hit on the follow-through, trying to get it to Guzman, incomplete. So bring up 3rd down and 4.
The Cedar Cliff defensive line knows that Hershey's throwing the ball right now. They can just pin their ears back and chase the quarterback. It's going to be real tough for Grant later to get time back there.
So 3rd and 4. Later, back to throw. It's Guzman to the 29, and he breaks free down the sideline and gets to the 50.
For all the young defensive backs out, any defender, if you're number 24 out there in space for Cedar Cliff, nice player, Wilborn, Elijah, but Elijah needs to keep, you got 3 defenders there, you got to keep the receiver inside. Back to your help. Don't let him get down the side. Don't go for an inside fake there like he did after the catch, allowing that skilled Guzman to run down the sidelines. Bring him back to your help. Keep your outside arm and leg free. Force him inside.
1st down from the 50. And Guzman gets the pitch out to the 43, a gain of 7.
And he stayed in bounds. Almost got out. He's tackled in bounds, so that's going to keep the clock moving. Under 4 minutes now.
Yeah, they marked him out of the 45, so only a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5, and Hershey quickly up to the line.
Cedar Cliff with a 4-man rush. Bringing 5 on the edge there.
Later, gets through.
Got a touchdown. Oh, we didn't see him. Tough job for the quarterback there. He's running for his life. He had Guzman go down the field late. He was right on the line of scrimmage. He could have thrown it if he had seen him and gotten the TD. I'm impressed with some of these athletes for both squads here in the Keystone Division. Keystone has a lot of good teams this year. It should be interesting to see as we go through the season. Keystone, we're talking about the 2nd division of Mid-Penn. Commonwealth is the higher, more the 6A teams.
From the 42, Klein in the backfield with Later. Later just looking to get some pocket time, and he falls down, and before the ball was fumbled, his knee went down. So that goes as a sack, and it's about a 10-yard loss.
And just to go back, Travis, on what we talked about a little earlier, you know, the debate, do you prefer turf over grass? It looked like Later just slipped up on the turf there, and again, he's coming up hobbling. There's been some weird injuries out here. Could it be the turf?
Hard to tell right now. And it's a dry night, not too much humidity, so can't tell. Later back to throw on 4th down. And pass is incomplete. Was looking for Guzman. And Torado cramping up in front of us. But he's gonna walk off under his own power. So 2:53 left to go. Cedar Cliff gets the ball in Hershey territory at the 48-yard line. Sechrist gives to about the 35. That is Eric Shriver. 13 yards and another 1st down. Coming up, Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, Capital Regions Insurance Agency Play of the Game, Capital Blue Cross post-game report, all coming up following our game tonight. Got a lot of candidates we can choose from for Player of the Game, so we've still got 2 minutes to decide that. as Cedar Cliff comes out now in their run between the tackles formation. Eric Shriver to the 31. That's 4 more. Clock ticks, 90 seconds to go. Highlights of this game coming up tonight on Fox 43 News at 10. And then don't forget the Frenzy tomorrow night at 11. Shriver again. More first down yardage down to the 23. That's 8 more yards. He's had a heck of a second half. Cumberland Valley and Harrisburg next week from Chapman Field, 7 o'clock game time. Next Friday night here on Fox 43.2 and worldwide at hsslivetv.com. Play clock. Smartly, Bennett Sechrist waiting until it gets down to 3-2, and he's going to take a knee.
You know, there's no moral victories out here, but if I'm Hershey, there's a lot of good things that we got to talk about at practice next week, along with the things that we need to improve on. You know, Grant Later came in, and I thought he did a good job. Young sophomore quarterback. Their defense, you know, they played well. They didn't play their best game, but, you know, the turnovers that Cedar Cliff was able to create on their side of the ball on defense just were huge.
They're going to let the last 10 seconds tick down, and that'll do it. As Cedar Cliff goes to 4-0 and gets their first win in conference play. 41-21 over Hershey. Stay tuned. Capital Blue Cross post-game report. Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game. All coming up following this on Fox 43.2.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
That's everything. Receipts in the bag.
Awesome. Say, how do you, budget?
Well, I have a spreadsheet that I update annually.
Okay.
And I round up on income and round down on expenses.
Well, that sounds backwards, right?
No, I'm pretty sure that's right. Income up, debt down. Looks good on paper.
Huh.
Keep your budget in shape with our personal finance tool. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
Welcome to the post-game report presented by Capital Blue Cross. Thank you for joining us tonight on Fox 43.2 and High School Sports Live. With TJ Smith and Fort Chapman, I'm Travis Sparks. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And you picked a darn good game to have for your first game here on High School Sports Live.
Absolutely, absolutely. This was the score doesn't necessarily tell how close the game was, especially before that last turnover. But this was a great game. I think both teams have good things that they can go back after this and improve on. And Hershey are what, 3-1? It's a long season.
And if you happen to only watch the second half, hint, hint. You didn't miss a whole lot in the first half, but if you only saw the second half, that was a heck of a game.
Travis and JT, I was super impressed with Hershey's ability to come back and just keep battling. They cut it to a score. It was 3rd and long, and Cedar Cliff dialed up a fabulous pass route. 4 receivers out. They got the back down the middle on the linebacker, pass and catch, and it led to their touchdown, and then obviously the pick 6, and that was all she wrote.
Well, let's show you the play that got us to 27-21 because we've chosen that as our play of the game presented by Capital Region Insurance Agency. Grant Later had come in for Cam Sweeney at quarterback and laid one out. A nice pass to do it to Mr. Guzman. Let me give him to correct here. Derek Guzman. A heck of a catch in the end zone, a 22-yard touchdown. That made it 27-21 as we played on in the fourth quarter. That was with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. But as Ford said, Michael Jones made that nice 51-yard touchdown catch, and it made it 34-21, and eventually our final was 41-21. Our player of the game may not have made a whole lot of noise in the second half, but he made a lot of noise in the first half, just like he did last week. And we're going to go with Nathan Lusk from Cedar Cliff, number 6. Not only did he have a touchdown on offense, he had a touchdown on defense as well. And he was all over the field, TJ, in the first half.
Yes, I think, everyone watching this game can say that Nathan Lusk is a dog on both sides of the ball.
And we've seen a lot of those kind of players from Cedar Cliff lately who excel in both offense, defense, and you can even include special teams as well. You got a lot of them.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Cedar Cliff has a really nice football team. They're physical. They have some good athletes, and they play together as a team. And caps off to the coaching staff of the Colts.
We got a dandy for you next weekend. It's at Chapman Field, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Cumberland Valley will be hosting Harrisburg, and we hope you can join us here on Fox 43, Fox 43.2. and HSSLiveTV.com. Thanks to the folks in Invicta, Chad Edwards and the team for producing everything tonight. Thanks to Hershey and Cedar Cliff and everybody watching at home. Thank you for watching here on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2. For TJ Smith, for Fort Chapman, Charlie Fortney, I'm Travis Sparks. 41-21, Cedar Cliff over Hershey. Thank you for joining us, and please buckle up.